Welcome back to Zone 1 Adventures. Today we're checking out Fern Canyon in Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area. This hike starts at the Pine Creek parking area on the Red Rock Scenic Route. Start down the hill and follow the trail where about a mile we will get to the Wilson Homestead. Right about there is where we're headed. Out there is the Pine Creek Valley there. Up there, that's Bridge Mountain. And in the back there on the left, that is Yoga Peak. That's got some spicy spots to it. The route we're taking today is kind of on the way to that peak. Over here on the left, we've got Rainbow. We've got Mescalito Peak, which is a pointy one. We'll be hiking towards that most of the day. And then Juniper Peak. Below that is Krabby Appleton and Magic. That's Rainbow Wall. That's a pretty famous wall for climbers. And way in the back there, that's Pine Creek Peak. Even further back to the left of Pine Creek is Terrace Canyon Peak. That big one way down there, that's Wilson Peak. Most of the trail is like this on the approach, really rocky, and so you're constantly watching your feet. There's a what they call an ecology trail here coming up on our left. This short ecology trail takes you down to Pine Creek. There's some shade and some picnic tables. So if you're not into long hikes, this is a fantastic hike to come down the hill, have some lunch or something like that, and enjoy the area. But we're going to continue on. The loop actually comes right back to the trail up here. We're getting close to the Wilson markers where it marked their homestead, these kind of pillars coming up on the left, which are made of stone and mortar. See the one that's still standing, the one that's fallen over is right in front of it. There we go. And this is also the junction for Dale's Trail coming up here on the right. The Dale's Trail will take you back up to Icebox Canyon. It's actually a pretty cool trail. You go by this big rock that people climb that I think it looks like a skull. But the Wilson house was built sometime in the 1920s by a mason, Horace Wilson, who was born in Indiana. Wilson had an orchard and lived from small farming. Wilson's widow, Glenna, said her husband came across Pine Creek while horseback riding in 1922. The property has changed hands, and eventually the state park bought it in 1974. Vandals destroyed the property and eventually burned the house. According to the Nevada story, Horace died in 1967 and Glenna in 1980. So we're coming up on the foundation of what was left of their homestead. And there you go. So that was probably some sort of porch or something. A basement. Out there was their orchard. There's the big oak tree that recently fell over. Can you imagine waking up and seeing Mescalito like that, looking out your door? So that's the canyon we're headed to right there. We're going to hang right there at that Y. The left allows you to go around the meadow. We're going to continue up this trail here. I've seen this trail get washed out to where it gets rutted really deep. It's amazing how quickly that happens. This time of year too, April is such a great time of year to be hiking in the desert because everything's in bloom. Yeah, that stuff smells like rain when you sniff it. So Fern Canyon is the one on the right, Pine Creek on the left. Here's where the fun begins. There's a lot of rock hopping and a lot of route finding on this trail. For the most part, on the beginning of it, you want to stay to the right. And then as you get into it, you want to stay to the left. This is a really cool waterfall here. This thing runs pretty much year round, although later in the year, later in the summer, it's just kind of drizzling. That little hole is pretty deep. It's a good 6 feet or so. Here's another little waterfall. See some of the ferns that the canyon's named for. And several walls in here are used for folks who like to go rock climbing. We didn't see anybody on the way in today, but it's going to be quite crowded with the climbers. There's just so much water. This is one of my favorite spots here. It's almost always in the shade. It's a great spot, during the summer. It's because this is actually a pretty doable hike during the summer, as long as you take plenty of water. But this dries up too eventually. And there's all kinds of ferns along that crack on the left. Okay, listen to this. The frogs were just so loud today. And more ferns. This one took me a few tries to figure it out. But basically there's a route up to the right, up through the middle, and then literally over the top, which is probably the spicy of the three. This is getting a lot of sun and drying up, so that's why we're getting all that algae. So on the left is a little rabbit hole, and the center is what we call the ladder. You can climb right up that. This is the kind of the end of the hike here. This is Lillabo Falls, named after a hiker that fell here while trying to climb it. Once again, I love the sound of water. These guys are in bloom everywhere. Hedgehog cactuses. Yeah, notice that little spot there. That's that guy on the right. These guys are all over the place. And here's something special. This is a dinosaur footprint and tail swipe. Well, we hope you enjoyed our hike out here to Fern Canyon, and we hope to see you out there, so get out there. And don't forget, like and subscribe. It really helps us out.